Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to my exploration into Virgo. Before we get going, I want to wish everybody with the sun sign of Virgo a happy early birthday. This is going to be an amazing month of some pretty amazing energy. Virgos are one of those worker energies, and we need that work right now. So for anybody whose birthday or sun sign is Virgo, or if you have Virgo as a predominant player in your astrological birth chart, this energy is something that you understand and connect in with well. For the rest of us who may not have Virgo as a predominant energy, know this energy will still be very predominant for us because this energy is large and in charge. Now, I should mention, as Virgo takes its reign, Mercury goes into retrograde, which it happens all the time. We have planets in and out of retrograde all the time, and it's not a big deal. Until it happens to something like Virgo and Mercury, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, that logic, that understanding. So it's energies that connect in with Virgo. Will Mercury itself impact your connection with Virgo? No. However, these energies are similar-ish. They're talking about that intellect. It's talking about that understanding. And with it in retrograde, it amplifies the low vibration. And Virgo in low vibration, that becomes someone who feels tightly wound. They feel very cold, not satisfied. They start to worry. Everything gets kind of boring and they become obsessively nitpicky. Now, no, I'm not picking on anyone who has a sun sign or a sign of Virgo. Each zodiac has high vibrational and low vibrational aspects. Know that that low vibrational aspect will be very predominant over the next 4 weeks. Be aware of it. Because with Mercury in retrograde, we also have reactivity at the forefront of our brain. Deep breaths, my friend, because Virgo has much more than some of this low vibrational energy to share with you. And that's what I want to get into today. I want to really get into that high vibrational, very work-orientated, very productive energy. Because remember, Virgo is in large and in charge from August 23rd to September 23rd. Mercury is in retrograde from the 23rd of August to the 15th of September. So it's not all of Virgo. It's just some of it. So let's look at how Virgo is going to impact you. I do have some really pretty decks. This is the Sacred Earth Oracle. I wanted to get connected into that very earthy energy of Virgo. And Virgo is a mutable energy, or mutable earth energy. And know that that is kind of a flexible-ish, if you will. Let's just say it's more flexible than the other earth energies. Okay? So we have that very kind of openness to learn, if you will, energy going on. And then with it, I have the Tarot of the Divine, just because that story and learning is there with this mythology. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at how Virgo is going to impact you and what it's going to share with you over the next 4 weeks. Okay. The Six of Wands in reversal. Now, the Six of Wands is a balance card. It's a victory card. Well, it's kind of on its head. And that is very much because Mercury is in retrograde. Virgo, like I said, work energy. We can get some progress done. We can start to succeed. However, with Mercury in retrograde, that succession is going to be challenging. The Page of Wands in reversal. Well, that's that exploration, passion-based, childlike, innocent energy that it's able to ask the questions, explore their world, connect into their passions. It's in reversal. The Knight of Wands. It's in the upright. Yay for upright. And that Knight, I think, is really going to support us. So Virgo is talking about moving forward. We've got lots of movement cards. Six of Wands, we've succeeded. We have shifted things. The Knights, they're always in varying stages of motion. And the Knight of Wands has a good clip to it, a good canter. The Knight of Swords, it's hellbent. It is like full out, flat running. But the Knight of Wands talks about moving forward at a good speed. And of course, that page, we have that exploration. So Virgo does want you to start to identify some of those challenges that we need. And let's be honest, some of those challenges we already know. It's not like you're going to have to go far, deep, or long where you're like, yeah, that's a situation I'd like to overcome. That's a problem in my life. We sometimes and usually do know some of those pieces that we do need to overcome. Do some work and get that work done. And know that this work is all on that passion-based. Wands, wands, wands. We're talking about that inner flame. Many of us are feeling disconnected, which also is another reason why these two are reversed and on their heads, is that we feel disconnected. We're just going through the motions. Virgo wants to kind of shake you up, get you on your feet, and bring in that fulfillment and that joy. Bring in that fire into your day. So there is a lot of positive pieces that Virgo wants to share. Like I said, some of it is us doing, but know that Mercury in retrograde is going to cause disconnect because we are looking at that lower vibrational aspect of Virgo coming, well, fairly predominant while Mercury's in retrograde. That bored, nitpicky, not satisfied energy, becoming very critical of self, which can easily happen here. That's why I said we don't want to do a lot of reflection. We kind of already know where those challenge pieces are. So be aware that those challenge pieces, don't get too overcritical. Don't get mean to self, because that's easy to do. You want to use those positive pieces, those passion pieces to help, well, be that catalyst forward. When you're looking at that hardworking, stable energy of Virgo, even though it is mutable, like I said, it's just a little bit more flexible than the rest. However, we're not looking at one that embraces a lot of change. It does its best. But we've got that stable energy, that passion, it just can build off of it. So creating stability is going to be important. Even though there is a lot of instability on the outside, guys, we can start to create stability on the inside to really strengthen and balance self out, and we'll start to see some of these cards turn. We feel more productive. We feel more able to get some of this work done. And when we're feeling better, it is a little bit easier to ask a few more questions, get even more work done. So like I said, we have 9-ish days, 8-ish days that has Mercury direct. So be aware of that. We can start to create what we are missing or lacking and use that to our advantage. Let's see what else we can use to our advantage to support us in embracing Virgo's high vibration. Okay, have that card. That high vibrational energy, rather than allowing the low vibrational stuff to wreak havoc on us. Okay, so the first card that wanted out that almost hit the floor, but not quite. Time. Slow down. Yes, we have some movement cards. This one should be reversed. We do have some movement cards. However, we do not want to speed past things. We do need to be present. We need to be aware, because again, when we get going too quickly, we can cause instability within ourselves. We can cause some anxiety. We already have that reactivity of Mercury in retrograde. It's going to be important that we have stability to build off this passion, to build off this fulfillment. Clarity. Yes, this is Virgo energy that likes to understand, likes to do the work. This is all about passion. We have not talked about the swords, about understanding and using our third eye thinking center. However, with Virgo, that very much works. Even though swords are an air sign, well, not air sign, an air suit, we still have that connection. This is why when Mercury's in retrograde, Gemini, who is also connected into Mercury, ruled by Mercury, Virgo, Libra, and Aquarius struggle, because Libra and Aquarius are air signs. They are about that intellect, that knowledge. We need that understanding, that clarity. So that's why I said you need to slow down. You need to understand. We need to use our third eye thinking center. Do we need to be grounded? Do we need to be stable? What do we need so we're in control of self, rather than allowing that universal energy to impact us negatively? And also, guys, most of us don't live in a bubble. We are going to be impacted by others who are reacting to all the planets in retrograde. So we are going to be looking at Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Venus for a bit, Chiron, Mercury, Uranus, and Jupiter. Jupiter comes into retrograde on September 8th. Venus goes direct on September 3rd. But also, guys, when the planets go direct, it's not like a switch on, switch off. We're still going to have some of these energies in play for some time. And it's not like I can give you an exact time on that. It's going to depend on how much you clear your space out. Again, using those thinking center. What is it that you're going to need to shift those energies? At home, at work, in your area. All right, let's look at what further support and guidance will help my friends to embrace the high vibrational energies of Virgo and not only get some work done, but enjoy this time. Guys, we're stepping into September here soon, and it's a short jump into fall. It's then another snowball into winter. So we really need to enjoy this sun, this summertime energy. The moon in reversal. Yeah. The fear, the unknown, not to mention, as all we have everything going into retrograde, we also have something that hasn't happened in quite some time happening. We have on the 30th of August, a blue moon. It's been since something like 2021 since we've seen one. So again, a very unique energy. It will impact things. However, it will also and can also bring in connection into that intuitional energy. It can rejuvenate us. It can also bring in that light that we need when things are really challenging. It is a gatekeeper card. Here you don't really see it too much. I guess the trees, like these trees here. The original card, it has two pillars right in front of, or right behind the dog and the wolf. So it is a gatekeeper and can bring us past some of this challenge. However, again, we have to be in that driver's seat. We have to be aware. We have to be an active participant. Love it. Love it. The Emperor, the 4th card in the Major Arcana. I have been yibbling about stability. I have been yibbling about groundedness. We need that. Like I said, when we don't have it on the outside, we can create balance and stability on the inside. We're going to have to. We're going to have to use our tools, our skills, and our abilities to create what we need to build off and create that very stable foundation for ourselves. Because yes, the external pieces are going to be very impactful, if you will, but we can make that impact positive rather than negative. And finally, justice. It too is on its head. Lots of challenge, lots of lack of clarity when we know we need that. Justice, it's that black and white card. However, things may not be so black and white. We may have, well, shades of rainbow. And it's going to be important that we're okay with it. It's not going to look as clear and concise as we had hoped. However, with some stability, we can start to turn her or them into an upright card. And we'll start to turn, well, actually with it, we can turn all of them to an upright card because we're in control of self, abilities, and we can start to cut out and balance what is causing us some challenge. Will we be able to eliminate Mercury in retrograde? No. Just like how we can't eliminate any of the other energetical planets or bodies that are in retrograde right now. However, we can protect ourselves, do some energy protection, use some crystals, use some essential oils, visualizations, manifestation, use your tools. Because again, when you're in control of you, you are going to see that movement. We can start to cut away some of those blockages, some of those barriers that we've been having to connecting into that fulfillment. The days become meaningful. Actions, events, life experiences are fulfilling rather than I just got to get through it. And that's what Virgo wants. Connection into that amazing energy. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and exploring Virgo. There is so much that is going to be shared with us that we need to be mindful of so that we can embrace and get some work done. Now, if you like this session, please remember to give it a thumbs up, as it does help people find me on the sea of YouTube. More importantly for you, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little red bell. I have so much more coming forward, you don't want to miss any of it. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Ko-fi and Patreon page. I provided links below, so you can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you so very much for joining me and taking the time to explore Virgo and its amazing messages and opportunities that it's going to offer for you. Until tomorrow, my friends.